try this again. Welcome back, guys. It's another video. Whoa! No, I'm just playing. This is take two of the crypto conversation that I've been wanting to have for a little bit. I briefly discussed it with Justin the other day during his stream. It was consistently interrupted with gameplay, but that's just the way the game goes sometimes. Here is like the whole thing with crypto kind of started as an accident, right? If you guys remember, the videos are called "We Win Twice in a Row," and it's like part one, part two. And part two is when we had some rando, and I believe it was me and Maddie. Yeah, we had some rando, and what ended up happening was I think they were like a Bangalore main, or they just picked them because whatever reason. And what ended up happening was I random selected to crypto, and if you guys watch that video, you'll know that I had no clue what I was doing. But even well after we won that round, I was sort of messing around with his banner, his frame, his pose. I think his pose was something that I messed with. But I think what makes that little moment kind of hilarious was that because I felt embarrassed, I think, deep down. I don't know if I ever mentioned that specifically in the video itself, but I felt embarrassed because I just won a game with a character that I have no intent on picking and maining, at least at that moment, at that specific time. And it's kind of funny, at least to me, because there was this, like I said, a couple times already, where when I play Bangalore, everyone knows what they're getting. They know they're going to get that support. They know they're going to get that, that cover. They know that they're going to get a very consistent set of skills, a consistent set of gameplay. So it's very much this level of hey, this is what's going to happen. Get used to it when it comes to Bangalore. Like that's just the way I play that character, and that's just the way it goes from there. Like it's never changed. I don't think personally that style, that gameplay hasn't changed since I perfected it. And when I say I perfected it, I mean essentially when I ascended. When that joke, I think I ascended during season 2, or no, not season 2, season 3, season 4, and I do a lot of cool shit with Bangalore, right? Like I can tag people from like 100 meters away. I think my record is actually 190 in terms of tagging them, blinding and tagging with smoke. And when I say tag, I mean like I hit them with the smoke pellets enough directly so I can track their armor. So that's what that means. But with crypto, there are a lot of variables, man. Like there is a crypto discussion video where me and Maddie are just playing Minecraft and we're kind of talking about it. And in there, cause like I think that video was cut out for like a tier list video well, not a tier list video, but rather a tier list discussion that me and Maddie had, and it was kind of funny, because like she
making them reboot, backing out of my throne. I'm good
I
to
don't
go.
think she had
Patching into my eye in
like
the sky.
particular feelings on it,
I see.
on the character rather, and she wanted my opinion on it, and I thought that was cool. And in that video, I kind of just discussed how, like, you can definitely hear my mindset in that video, which makes me incredibly happy, because my mindset was, how far is this guy? Oh, 30, okay.
One of them's right here.
Let me see this again.
Activating EMP.
Sorry. Okay. So these two guys are on the edge. Kind of want to make sure. I want to know what this range is. I'm sorry, guys. I know we're supposed to be having a discussion here.
Enemy agent right here.
And he's how far? 50 meters wide. That's not bad. Anyway, so in that mindset, I was very much saying that he has a lot of there's a lot of room for error with crypto, and you can very much, be the reason why your team fails in a fight. Or if you're not keeping the crypto alive, if you're not helping him out a little bit, you're kind of cutting down on the team. You're cutting back on the team, rather. And you hear a lot of points there, but when I listen to it, sometimes I feel the same, and sometimes I feel like I could have worded something better. But there are a lot of variables when it comes to playing him. They're very much this. There's like I said, there's a very much disconnect when it comes to the team and the composition of the team rather, and how you set that up. Like I think personally, a Crypto with a camper character like say Caustic or Watson would be perfect because that's just the way for him to kind of settle down and have protection and also be able to provide information as if we, you know, as we fly the drone around or whatever. And it works. It definitely works. Because I know it does. Because I have a go-to Watson and Murderface Maddie or Mad Gal Maddie, whatever you guys prefer to call her at. You know, she's very much been a very consistent Watson and at one point a very consistent lifeline. Tragically, we never got the chance to play Krypto with her lifeline, and I don't even know if Maddie would ever go back to lifeline, except for the couple of challenges that we had with the whole battle pass this season, and of course her buff that came around the corner and she went back to Triumph. But that's not, I don't think that's what we could consider a consistent return to form. That being said, Krypto very much needs a certain set of legends to be with him on the team in order to fully make use of him. I very much want to point out something that kind of, I don't know if Justin ever, or rather Agent Retro for you guys that don't know, I'll link in the description. I don't know if he's ever noticed it, but he's doing this thing where if we need to move, he just throws out his dupes. And I've always appreciated that because he's like, if we're under attack, we'll just throw dupes and hopefully that'll throw people off. And it very much does, right? Because people do look for like, oh shoot, where did the real Mirage go? And you know, shit gets in the way and terrain gets in the way and you're constantly looking for your opponent. And I kind of like doing this thing where I run around with the dupes a little bit to throw people off my scent, and it's very interesting. It's fun, and I love that. And it gives like I'll provide cover once we move. I'll deploy the dupes or whatever. And I love that because it works, man. Like it's so good. Like it does. It also gives me like this little vote of confidence, so to speak, in terms of like, can I make it to point B without getting seen or shot at? But then he deploys the decoys, and then all of a sudden I have that extra bit of cover because people are looking not only for him, but they're still looking for me, but they're still thrown off by dupes, and I love that. So that works, of the whole Mirage dynamic that I have going on with Justin, and I hope that never changes. You know, Maddie's Watson's always pretty good. I always feel like I'm in the right I'm right where I need to be when I'm with those two, and you know, Team Retro is very much something that has remained consistent, and I've always loved that. But when playing Krypto, I always feel like I have to try a little harder, you know, not only to like keep myself alive, but keep the drone in the air and make sure that I'm, you know, in recent videos you'll see me like I'll say, hey, I'm pulling the drone back, and I'll bring it back to me, even though the drone is probably in the safest place it could be. But to me, you know, the safest way for the drone to be is on my back. You know, it's supposed to be there, you know, keeping it safe. And sometimes, you know, like I'll be like right here, and then the enemy is like right over here, and I pull the drone back, and we're covered up, so we can't really see anything. And I've already had the drone in my pocket, so it's like I gotta throw the drone out again, and you know, it's one of those things where you still kind of have to keep that in mind. Like I have to keep the position of the drone in mind, and I have to get the right angle, and sometimes returning to it, you know, coming from the drone back to, you know, my coming back to Krypto's POV, it can be very jarring sometimes. Like sometimes I'll get turned around, and in some videos I think recently have actually shown that I got turned around a few times. So, you know. Apologize if you hear me slurping. I'm having some coffee. But all that being said, guys, like I feel, I don't know, man. I feel accomplished in a lot of ways. That Super Mario video, I know I keep bringing them up, but they're probably it's probably one of my proudest moments as Krypto, because of how perfectly well timed everything is. And I have mentioned a couple times that like it's like 60-30. It's like 60% luck and then 30% preparation and perfect timing. And I will always stand by that, man. Like, I will always stand by that. You know, it's one of those situations and moments where it's just so perfect, dude. Like, you know, so perfect. And I love how everything turned out the way it did. And I'm so glad that Justin was there to be a part of that and really make it the Super Mario Brothers video that it ended up being, because, like, you know, he was wearing his, what was that skin called? The Fool's Gold Mirage. Truly, truly hilarious. It's so good, man. Like, just that team dynamic is so fresh with Team Retro, and it never gets old. We do get on each other's nerves. I openly acknowledge that. Once upon a time, I could very much be a bit of a hard ass and very strict with how we operated, and there's plenty of videos where that shows up. But I think at the tail end of Season 3 is when I kind of chilled out and kind of realized that. I think Justin even mentioned it a couple times during one of his videos, where he was what was it, like, he was saying that we've been together for so long that we've learned a lot from each other, but not only that, but we've only just begun in terms of, you know, this interesting personality switch that we've had. Like, I've mellowed it out, but now he's being more strict in terms of his training and his drills that he runs before every match. And it's like, man, like, it's very true. It's very true. You know, it's very much, it's very fresh, dude. Like, it never gets old. I never get tired with playing with some of the guys here, and sometimes I do, because, you know, like I said, we get on each other's nerves, and that's just the way it is.
Etching into my eye in the sky. I'll let you know what I see.
But yeah, man, like, goddamn, like, I feel like with Krypto, as accidental as he may have been, in terms of how I came across him, I came across him at the time where I needed it, most, you know, because, like, I was burning out with Bangalore, and I was very much getting tired of playing her, and I was just like, I needed something new, I need something fresh, and it ended up coming in the form of Krypto by complete accident, you know, and that's, honestly, it's the coolest shit ever, because now I'm here with an extra character that I can play as, but I'm still pretty good with them, you know, like, I feel like I'm good with Krypto. I am nowhere near being allowed to call myself the Kryptonian in a very serious sense. No way. There's no way. I will get there, eventually. There's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of evolution that has to happen before I can even become that Kryptonian persona.
EMP.
You know, it's a goofy name. I love it, but it's because I love comic books, and I do on the occasion very much like Superman. But it's one of those moments where it's like, do I call myself that because I'm being an asshole and I'm very egotistical, or is it because I'm just having a good time with this character now?
Activating hardware reboot.
Yeah, it's very similar to, I guess, how the Bangalorean name got. You know, how I handled the Bangalorean name. It's, I don't know. That's a different story. I think I've already told it a couple times already on Justin's stream and other places, but here and now is what I'm kind of wondering. I'm contemplating, you know, very much the whole Krypto thing, and I've been playing him consistently for, like, I'd like to say almost a month now.
Command.
You know, I'm being consistent, and I think that's what's fun. At least for me. Let's get rid of this. You know, I'm picking up the 99 now. That was something that never happened beforehand. It used to be just a Hemlock, man. And maybe a 301, and maybe the 99 on the very rare occasion, but I think for the longest time, if you go back and to watch some of the videos that I'll link in the description, it's very much just like a Hemlock, and the Ava. Now it's like the Spitfire, but now I'm very much willing to drop the Spitfire if I need to. And it's sometimes the 99 and an Ava, of all things. So I know this discussion video got kind of like derailed a couple times, and I already forgot where I was going with it. But I feel good about my Krypto. I feel good returning to him. that's Super Mario Brothers video. Again, I'll link both versions of it. You're gonna get Agent Retro's in the link, and you'll get mine as well. But I feel like that one was the big, the very big. I don't know, the very big one, man. Like that was the video that kind of solidified the fact that I was coming back to Krypto. I was playing Krypto quite a bit before that, and you know, there's a couple of Revenant videos out there, but like it's not. I don't know if you know, I think I was gonna announce it a while back, but the big announcement was I was gonna pick up Revenant as a third main, and I was gonna drop Octane. Well, I've already dropped Octane essentially. He's gonna be my go-to funsies one. But anyway, Revenant's supposed to get picked up as a third main because I've already been working with him on the side, completely off the record. Completely off the record as my secret legend, and I don't know if you guys can tell that during some of those Revenant videos, but I'm trying, man. Like I tried to work something out with him. I think it's working. I very much think it's working. If it is, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments below. But right now, I think it's Krypto time. And I think it's gonna stick around like that for a bit. I love Krypto right now, and I think I've always kind of enjoyed him to an extent, in terms of like, you know, how I felt about playing him. I do feel accomplished with him as of late, and I feel like I've done quite a bit with him. I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. I don't think that emotion's gonna go away, because I'll just remember that Mario video, you know, or maybe that even that one swamp swim we had where everyone ran into the same house, and then everybody got hit by that freaking EMP. Only two people survived. I think it was like a Bloodhound, I think, and Gibraltar, but we knocked them out so hard, bro. Damn, that was a good time. That all being said, sorry, I got excited. I'll link these videos in the description. You know, we'll definitely see what we can do with Krypto in future. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever really take him as seriously as I want to do. I've almost maxed out his Krypto badge, so we're gonna get there. I think we've reached the halfway point, so I think we're at 50 wins. So 50 more, man. 50 more, and we'll definitely see how that goes. Honestly, I feel like we're doing a lot of good work with him. You know, I feel like I can't go wrong with him right now, honestly. It genuinely feels like I can't do anything wrong with him. I feel very heroic when I come to the rescue, and it feels very good. It feels very, very good. Oh man, like thinking about it just feels good. But like it was completely accidental how this journey kind of started, and it shows at times. I do occasionally flop back to my old Krypto personality when I play, and I kind of just don't want to peek or don't want to get involved into fight. I'd rather run away, and it shows up every now and then. But I'm doing my very best to be somewhere between, like, in this gray area where I want to be a battle Krypto, but I also want to be very cautious of what I do. I feel like his personality and being paranoid and prepared for something definitely has come into play in terms of my gameplay, because like I get it now. Like you want to keep that drone alive, but you also want to keep yourself alive as well. And if you don't have the right amount of info, and if you're not prepared for the fight, you're definitely gonna bite it a little sooner than later. Damn, dude. Like, I did make a Krypto. What do you call it? Playlist on my YouTube channel. So if you guys ever want to take a look into that, it is 97 videos long. I don't know the duration of it because YouTube doesn't do that thing anymore where it tells you how long the playlist is now. But check that out. I definitely put that together mostly for myself, but I also wanted to kind of see how I've changed and how I've grown, and hopefully you guys would like to see that too. Yeah, man, this has been a Krypto discussion video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Watch my back.
And you know, here's to 50 more wins and 500 more kills. Hoorah!